I wanted to start today's presentation with a quote from Aristotle. So I apologise if a lot of you have heard this before, but for me, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Now, I believe that nowhere should we be more grateful for recession, actually, and more thankful for the economic turbulence that we continue to experience than in the habits that it is forcing our businesses to cultivate. In fact, recession, in one regard, is helping us to hone our competitive edge, and today's event is certainly proof that it's galvanizing our focus back onto international markets, and that's good for business. Now, my organization, hibu, has access to about 2 million businesses in this country, so we've got a pretty good customer base. And those organizations are telling us that one of their biggest challenges is globalization. So that's selling products overseas, that's competing with cheap foreign competitors, it's doing business in other countries. And that's your challenge, that's the challenge that you're here to address today. UK Trade and Investment, who you heard from Lord Green earlier today, has class-leading advice and services in support of UK businesses in this country and from their commercial teams and the offices around the world. But their resources have limits. The number of businesses that they can assist in a year is finite, and that is UK Trade and Investment's challenge. hibu, my organisation, believes in two things very, very strongly. The first is that if we help our customers to succeed, if they grow, we grow. And the second is in connecting communities of businesses together. So if we connect one business to another meaningfully, they will succeed more easily and more often. And it's this set of needs that has driven the creation of a new online community called Open to Export. Open to Export is a collaboration between UK Trade and Investment and hibu, where businesses like yours can come and find advice and ask questions about exporting and get those answers from UKTI directly, from them in this country, in the regions, from their offices overseas, from chambers of commerce and trade associations, from private sector businesses. You can ask those inquiries and get a response via the service. So if you need a quick fix, it's a good place to go. What I wanted to do very quickly is illustrate some of the work we've done over the last month. I don't know if any of you remember a game show in the UK, Americans, apologies for this one, where one team asks a set of questions, makes a set of statements, and the other team choose which one of those statements is a lie. And what I'm going to do is read out a series of statements, and I'd like you to choose which one of those is a lie. And for sake of a large audience, I'm going to ask you to do that by raising your hand. And can I test, first of all, have all of you got a hand? Can you all raise that for me? Fantastic, good. To discrimination earlier, I'm hoping there's nobody in the audience that doesn't. What I'm going to do is read these out relatively quickly and just pop your hand up if you think I'm lying, okay? Over the last month, I've arranged trade insurance. I've exported whiskey to South America. I've arranged commercial sales agent in Norway, helped on research with greetings card, found training in export. I've helped businesses expanding to Iran, Hong Kong, the USA, Taiwan, and India. In 1981, I was cautioned by police for assaulting Donald Duck at Disneyland in Paris. That doesn't say much for me, does it? I've teamed up with a Chinese law firm, found a cycling distributor in France, a car washer in Germany, overcome export restrictions to Lebanon, delivered to Saudi Arabia, olive oil to Spain, maltose syrup to Turkey, and sheepskins to China. When my wife's credit card was stolen, I didn't report it to the police because the thief was spending less than she did. Fixed paperwork on servers about to be destroyed by Chinese customs. Launched alcoholic ice lollies in Argentina, refurbished a building in Gibraltar, connected to education in UAE, localized at least 4 websites. I did it all for free. I've had more than 16,000 visitors, and I did all of this in November. And that's sort of a summary of the kind of things that are going on in that platform at the moment. Now, each of you sat here today has in your mind an opportunity for your business. And each of those opportunities comes with a series of hurdles, barriers that you need to overcome. What Open to Export is designed to do is 2 things. Firstly, it will give you the answers to the questions that you have immediately. And secondly, it will connect you to the businesses that can help you succeed more easily and more often. So what I wanted to finish with was two things. We have a stand where you can actually look and use this service out in reception. Some of my colleagues are here today. Can you raise your hands? They're right up at the back there to take your inquiries. I mentioned at the beginning, if you'd like to connect with me, LinkedIn is probably the best way. And I shall end with the quotation that I began with, which is, exporting then is not an act, but it should be a habit. Thank you very much.